Hey, welcome back, adventurers. Hey, this week I want to talk to you about the ultimate slide topper upgrade. It's called True Topper. It's going to replace your traditional slide out topper, where we've all seen them where they sag, they collect water, they rip, make it tough to clean your slide outs, and they make a tremendous amount of noise when you're in a windy condition. So let's run the intro. After that, we'll get right into the installation of it, the benefits of this, and just why this should be your next modification.
On the open road, where dreams unfold, adventure calls, a story to be told. With every mile, our spirits soar, freedom song forevermore. Supersede child adventures on the go, through the hills and valleys, don't you know? With laughter and love, we roam so free, a journey shared, just you and me. Heather by my side, Herbie and Bugsy too. Together we chase skies of endless blue. In our RV, a home on wheels. Every turn, a new world reveals.
Hey, once again, welcome back, everybody. We're going to take the time this week and talk about True Toppers. And if you want to know what True Topper is, watch this video. But basically what it actually is a replacement for traditional fabric slide topper. The awnings that roll out over your slides, this is going to replace that. The traditional toppers made out of fabric awning, similar awning on a roller. The True Topper is solid aluminum, low profile system. Instead of rolling fabric, it acts more like a rigid sweep or cover that moves along with your slide. So think of it as a built-in debris wiper and protective cap instead of just a floppy awning that's hanging out there for the wind to blow away and rip up. So we'll go through here, explain how it works. But the reality of it is, it's when your slide comes out, the topper sits flat over top of it. When your slide comes out, it comes back in, it pushes the debris, water, leaves, sometimes snow, everything off of that top, and it closes tight over the slide. So there's no rollers, no fabric, no springs. It's essentially a mechanical sweep and seal system. So why did we switch? Well, here's the pros to it. The biggest reason is the wind. We spend a lot of time camping in and around large bodies of water, whether it's down at the bay, whether it's the ocean, even some larger lakes. You're always going to have a breeze. It's going to be windy. Those traditional toppers make a tremendous amount of noise. If you've ever camped in a windy condition, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The other reason, we at times have brought our slides in during storms. You don't need to do that with the True Topper. You're not going to have to worry about any debris getting in. You don't have to worry about the wind catching your traditional slide topper and ripping it, and then you're out there in the middle of the night in windy conditions, rain, thunder, and everything else trying to secure the topper that's just ripped. So again, there's no fabric to rip or sag or to pull water. It cleans the debris automatically when you're retracting your slide. It's low profile, so it looks fabulous whenever it's pulled in and going down the road. In our case, for now, we've left them black. We are thinking that we are going to paint those, because you can paint those to match. I think we're going to show you on the video what we're going to do, but I believe we're going to paint one side and leave the other side black. So we'll get into some of the cons. One of the cons is it's really not that cheap, right? But it's on par with the cost of replacing a traditional topper that you might have to change more than once throughout the life of your coach. With True Toppers, lifetime guarantee. You're never going to have to worry about them ripping. You're not going to have any problems with them. If you have a problem, get a hold of True Topper USA. They're going to take care of you and fix those up. The install is not something that you can do at home. It's not a DIY, so there are installers across the country. Again, you can get in touch with me. You can get in touch with True Topper USA. They can point you in the direction of the closest certified installer, hopefully in your area. So once you get into the installer, one of the things they're going to do is they're going to take a saw and they're actually going to cut the top flange off of your slide. It's a little bit concerning, but these folks are professionals. They've done it a long time. And the reality of it is this flange just acts as a dam to hold on to all the debris that you've already have on top of your traditional topper or on top of your slide. Once they take this flange off, what this is going to allow them to do is build a ramp to allow the true topper to slide and push all the debris off. So they'll build this ramp out of aluminum, and depending on what type of a roof that you have, it might slide directly onto the roof over top of this ramp, or they can build runners. If you have a rubber roof or a TPO roof, on the runners will connect to this ramp and then push everything off. Fitted and installed, the end caps will go on, and that's then is when you'll see them install the sweeps. In this case, the hard end sweep that's going to take off your biggest debris will go on first. It's underneath of the lip, and then after that you're going to have two basically bulb seals that act like a squeegee to remove any of the water so it doesn't intrude into your coach. And the locks are going to be held tight by the weight of the slide. So in this part of the video you see the end result. This is after it's already been painted. As you can see now that the original topper has been removed, the true topper in place, the ramps are in place, and you'll see as it pushes the water over top of the ramp off to the end of the slide, and then closes up tight to give you a nice clean look. We're up here on the roof of the slides. I want to show you some of the key features here of the true toppers that you've already seen in the video. I'm going to show you exactly what you're looking at here on top of our roof. So I'm going to show you the back bedroom slide, only because it's the smallest and it's the easiest one to manage. The one behind me is the living room slide, so that one's probably about 15-18 foot long. The bedroom slide's probably closer to 10. Now the full wall slide on the other side of the coach, it's a big slide. It's a full room slide, basically from front to back, so it's nearly 30 feet long. So there's nothing that they can't do. But for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna turn this around and show you the bedroom slide, only because it's a little bit easier to work with. So in my case, I've got a TPO roof. So if you're going to have TPO or rubber roof, what they're going to do when they do the install is there's channels here, or you see one here, one in the middle, and then one on the far end. And basically, it's just a runner, and it stops the slides or the topper system from sliding on your roof. So it will lift this up about 1/16 of an inch. So you'll see that on there. And then obviously you got the ramp on the far end, so that the topper, as a slide comes in, this topper will push everything off of this ramp. So as you go in there, they're going to cut off this flange, which makes sense, right? Because anytime now, if you don't have some type of a topper, or if you have one that's a fabric topper, you typically have a flange right here. And that flange basically is going to sandwich anything that's on top of your slide between the flange and the coach. So they cut that off so they can push everything off. And you're also going to notice that they use I'm guessing this is some type of a vinyl cap on either side to seal that off so that there's no water. But just let me show you a little bit about the slide, or the topper. As the slide comes in, this is going to move up and down. So the nice part about it is, if you can see right here, right, this is a hard rubber, maybe a plastic material that's going to push any big debris off the side of the slide and again over the ramp. But also you're going to notice two other things as far as a sweep. So they add this rubber sweep in right here. This one here is going to be added in, part of the True Topper system. And then you're also going to have your sweep or your seal that came from the factory. Now, what makes this nice is you can see how easy this is to lift up, get up there, and treat that with a couple different things, right? So you've got your sweeps or your seals there that you'll be able to access. Put rubber sealant on those, keep them nice and soft. And then also, you'll be able to get up onto your actual slide roof and treat this, clean this, which was also always impossible to do when you had a traditional topper over here. So it was hard to get to. You're going to want to treat this for longevity and also just to make things a little bit easier to clean. So be able to get up there and clean that off. So the other thing I want you to notice, if you look real close here, see how that sweep is? Now it's going over top of that runner. Same way in the middle. It's still sweeping and squeegeeing, if you will, the roof. So it sits down flush on there, so it's going to push everything off. Last thing I want you to notice is this lock mechanism. So as this comes down, typically sit like this, and you have this lock mechanism up underneath it here. So as this slide comes in, this lock will go against your outside slide here. So the slide itself is what's acting as the lock or the pressure side on here. So this will eventually sweep down. This lock will go up tight against your coach, and then from there the pressure or the weight of the slide is what's holding that tight. So these things are not going to flop when you go down the road. However, as mentioned, it gives you that not only a better look, less friction as the slides go out and go in, less friction, but these things will hold down tight. So you can get to them whenever they're open. You can open them up when the slide's open. Once the slide's closed, it's the weight of the slide that's holding this tight. So, we drive down the road 75 mile an hour and there's absolutely no noise out of these. So I'm very, very happy with them, extremely happy. So again, as what you've seen in the video with some other installations, this, in my opinion, this is something that should be offered from manufacturers and absolutely can be added to any RV aftermarket. Doesn't matter if it's a travel trailer, fifth wheel, C, imagine even some Bs that have slide outs, and obviously A's as well. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. More importantly, if you got any questions about True Topper, reach out to me. I can help you out, point you in the right direction. You can get a hold of True Topper USA for sure. They can help you out. Find an installer near you and get these taken care of. Get rid of that noise, get rid of that flopping and flapping in the wind. Now that these are done, we did go with black on both sides and all three slides. We're most likely, as I might have mentioned already, we're going to paint at least the driver's side. So the paint on this isn't going to be too tough. This gray stripe goes up into the slide by just a few more inches. So it's just going to be a two-color, maybe a three-color match on this slide. This bigger slide up here on the living room is going to be a single color match. So very, very simple. It's just going to be this silver here. The other side, which again I've shown you already, it sits right up against our Girard awning that is already black. We're definitely going to leave that side black and not color match it. And if we were to color match that, then I would feel obligated to color match the Girard awning, and I really don't want to get into that. I just like the black look with the blackout package on this coach. So leave me a comment what you think. Should we color match this side? I still think I'm going to. I didn't do it whenever I had it done down at Valley Brook, simply because I have the means to be able to paint these at home
in my own shop. So let me know what you think. I've seen some others that's had them painted, and they look fabulous. You've probably seen them in some of the other installs in the video. Leave a comment down below. Should I paint them? Should I leave them black? Again, we got the blackout package on this unit, and so does it make sense to leave it black? Let me know what your thoughts are. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you got any questions, please reach out. If you're new to the channel, please take the time to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and if you've been around for a while, hey, we appreciate you watching, and would love to hear your comments about the true toppers or any other items about this RV life that we're living. Thank you.